How's everyone doing? Today I have a Blu-ray collection update with 4 pickups. And if you've seen any of these movies, definitely let me know what you think of them. And let me know which one of these is your favorite. Leave me those comments down below. And I also want to say before I get into these movies that I normally do like an Oscar prediction video, but I don't think I'm going to do that this year because there's a few movies that I haven't seen, and there's a lot of nominations that I don't particularly agree with. I don't think Top Gun Maverick should have been nominated, and I know I'm in the minority in that. I didn't really like the Elvis movie. I don't think Jamie Lee Curtis should have been nominated for Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think that's kind of like a Lifetime Achievement makeup nomination. I agree with some of the other nominations for that film, though, but just not for her. Or Angela Bassett, for that matter, too, for the new Black Panther movie. I don't know. A lot of the nominations I just don't really agree with. I like Angela Bassett a lot. And there was a moment or two where I was like, okay, her acting feels too good for this type of movie, this, superhero popcorn action kind of movie. I felt like, Top Gun, popcorn action kind of movie. The new Avatar movie, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be much like the first one where it's visually stunning, but the plot and story is just super basic. And I don't know, I really wasn't interested in seeing Tar, although I've heard, good things about Kate Blanchett's performance. There's a couple other movies I really wasn't interested in. I feel like from the movies that I saw this year, I was kind of disappointed overall. This might be like my least favorite year for films that I've seen. Usually, like the end of the year, I wait for a lot of, limited releases or international films. I haven't seen quite as many this year, or I guess this past year, but if you have any recommendations for movies that you think are underrated, especially for international films, definitely let me know. I'm looking for, some movies that'll really blow me away. And there was a few good horror movies this year that I really enjoyed. So I feel like, Barbarian, Black Phone, Sadness, those are definitely in there for some of my favorites of the year. But I don't know, there weren't a lot of ones that really blew me away. So I don't think I'm going to do, because again, there's ones that I just don't agree with and ones I haven't seen. And so I don't love this year. I'm still going to watch the Oscars, though. Let me know if you're going to watch the Oscars. Let me know what your picks are for, Best Picture, for, best, the main big categories, Best Director. I do like, I like The Fabelmans. I like the Banshees of Inisherin. I can't remember how to pronounce it right now, but I love that movie. It's really quirky. I like The Menu a lot, too. Those are some of my favorites from this year that I've seen. But yeah, I don't think The Menu wasn't nominated. I feel like that should have been. I don't know. There's like a Triangle of Sadness. The trailer to that just really didn't do it for me. A few other trailers didn't really do it for me for a lot of those. I do want to see Whale. That's one I want to see that I haven't seen. Brendan Fraser. I might try to check it out before the Oscars. But yeah, let me know if you're going to watch the Oscars. I know some people don't like it, but I like the pageantry of it and the history of it. And I really wish that Chris Rock would have been hosting. I think it's like a missed opportunity. I watched his special, and he talked about that towards the end. The special was kind of slow for me in the beginning, but then it finished with a hilarious bang. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into it. First up is the big bad boy right here, John Wick, chapters 1 through 3, the Stash Book Collection Steelbook box set. I'm going to do a separate unboxing review for it. I just wanted to show it really quickly. It's massive in comparison to, like a standard Blu-ray. Very, very differential in the size right there, but you can take a look on the back. I think this is a really cool set design. Now, I will say John Wick is not my favorite modern action movie. The Raid movies are, and then I would take Equalizer movies, and then Faster with The Rock, which I think is super underrated for action, for modern. Let me know what your favorite modern action movie is. But, I feel like they are very stylized movies, and this is a really nice set. And, I'm excited to revisit some of these and also check out the design more in person once I do the unboxing review for it. I think for fans, this is just an amazing release. And I think for the price point, it's actually really good. A lot of these Best Buy exclusive, which this is a Best Buy exclusive, Steelbook sets are awesome. And if you can get them before they sell out, it's usually a great price point too. Like the Rambo set was awesome. That's like one of my favorite 4K sets. So this is, the 4K collection right here, 4K Steelbook collection, the Stash Book. So really awesome design. You get the photo cards in here too. So definitely a really cool design that I think fans of the film will appreciate. Next up is Babylon. This is directed by Damien Chazelle. Let me know what your favorite Damien Chazelle movie is. You got First Man, Whiplash, La La Land, and then this one right here. And it's interesting because you got the cast right here. You got a lot of people mentioned: Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, Diego Calva, Gene Smart, Jovan Adepo, Lee Jun Lee. But there's like Tobey Maguire. I remember seeing him in the trailer looking wild. Olivia Wilde's in here. But, Tobey Maguire and Olivia Wilde, I feel like they should be mentioned on the front. There's a few other, I want to say Albert Hammond Jr., who's a musician that I have enjoyed from in the past. I think he's got a small role in here. But there's a few other people that are well known. So this is a nice looking Steelbook. It's a 4K Steelbook. Comes out March 21st, I believe, from Paramount. And I'm going to do an unboxing review for this too. The interior shot, which is Margot Robbie, look like she's like crowd surfing. It looks almost Caligula-esque right there to me. But it's also that shot's on the back of the J card too. You can see it right there. So expect an unboxing review of this one. I haven't seen it because I want to dedicate the time for it because it's like 3 hours and 9 minutes, I believe. Something like 3 hours and 8 minutes, one of the two. But I do like the design for the Steelbook, and I wanted to go ahead and show it. Let me know if you have seen it. I'm excited. I do like Damien Chazelle as a director, and I like the cast a lot. It's basically about, early Hollywood set in the 20s, the roaring 20s, and just, it looks like it's going to be a lot of decadence and just craziness. And I like that time period too, just the style, the music, the suits, the clothing that were worn. I enjoy it. So excited for that one. Next up is one that I haven't heard about, but I know the TV series was super popular, Chernobyl. This is Chernobyl 1986, a Russian film. And what interests me about this one is it takes a different look. It's about the firefighters who were, trying to make sure that even more radioactive material wasn't, put into the atmosphere. They had to, stop it from the reactor from collapsing in at the plant. So they saved so many more lives. I feel like it's a story that, I really haven't heard. So that intrigues me. I'm looking forward to checking out. I did hear there could be some political, agendas and stuff and propaganda here, but it also looks like it's going to be gritty and harrowing. So looking forward to it. And this one is directed by Danila Kozlovsky, who also stars in here and also was in the TV show Vikings. And there's like a tie-in. It's like somebody who was one of the directors on the Vikings show also directed the Chernobyl series. So, really interesting tie-in through that. Next is one, and this is from, what is the company that released this one? It says Cape Light. Yeah, Cape Light right there. And of course, the John Wick one is released from Lionsgate. This beautiful, they're doing so many great sets and designs, the Steelbooks, of course. But that one is stellar looking. But yeah, I want to say the company that, I don't know, it's Millennium, Dark Sky, the company that deals with this and releases this, Cape Light. They've done, Cape Light's done some like media books, usually like from Germany, that kind of style. They're bigger than digibooks. So they have some really cool releases. So definitely check them out. MPI Media, there's that company that deals with, MPI, Dark Sky, and what is the other one with Magnolia? They, have that kind of umbrella company where they release all those different ones, and then, Cape Light now. And this one's an MPI release, and it is Rifkin's Festival. I haven't heard anything about this movie. It's a Woody Allen movie. Woody Allen is very hit or miss for me. Personal life, not my cup of tea at all. Just, with other allegations from family members, but also just the fact that he ended up marrying his adopted stepdaughter. That is just creepy. And I know they said they didn't, consummate the relationship or start the relationship until she was, I think, 17 or 17, I think is legal in New York. I'm not sure what it is now, but whatever age it was, I don't believe it. They most likely, it creeps me out. It weirds me out. I digress. But I do like some of his films. Let me know what your favorite Woody Allen movie is. I like Bananas. I feel like that one doesn't get talked about enough. Really good political comedy movie and satire. Annie Hall is a classic. Manhattan. But I think some of my recent favorites from him, Blue Jasmine and Midnight in Paris. That one is just, those ones are some of my favorite movies of the past, couple decades, whenever they came out now, for was it Midnight in Paris, but Blue Jasmine was, probably like 10 years ago now. But let me know what you think is an underrated Woody Allen movie too. Bananas, I think I would put up there, and maybe even Midnight in Paris now. So, but this one, it sounds really interesting. I like the cast here. You got Gina Gershon, who is still stunningly gorgeous in my opinion. You also have Wallace Shawn. He's been in a ton of stuff. Dinner with Andre, but Princess Bride, I feel like everybody knows him from that one right there. Inconceivable. Christoph Waltz is in here. A few other, Luis Garral, Elena Naya. So a few other recognizable people, and it's basically about this guy who taught film in college, and his wife is a publicist, and he thinks there is a budding romance between a young, I want to say, is it a film director in here? There's a really long synopsis, way longer than most films. So, but yeah, so he goes to this film festival in Spain to kind of keep an eye on her, and he's trying to get inspiration for his novel too. So there's kind of drama in the marriage, and then he finds a girl there who's a kindred spirit, and he kind of finds his passion and love for not just life, but for film again, and just going through his life, and the different romance and different tales of heartache, and says it's a loving tribute to the transformative power of film. So I'm actually, again, the synopsis of this is awesome. I love films dealing with film and the love of film, like The Fabelmans, for instance. I thought that was an incredible film, very much like Cinema Paradiso. So I enjoy films like that, and I like the cover art to it too. And then Rifkin's Festivals made me think of like Adam Rifkin, but excited for this one. And there you go. Those are the 4 pickups. Expect a lot of videos coming up in the next couple of weeks. And there's going to be, not just a plethora, but just a variety too, because I'm going to do some, baseball card videos, like tobacco cards, very, pre-war vintage, some football cards. I've been doing football card group box breaks and wrestling card box breaks. So a lot of different random stuff in here. I kind of want to do a beer review as well. I've got Yingling Hershey's stout, I believe. Porter, I think it's a stout. So I want to do a review for that too. I haven't picked it up yet, but I know there's Pepsi Peeps. I don't really drink sodas like that. If I do, it's diet caffeine free. Just because the caffeine and sugar is too much for my heart usually, and I don't drink it like that. So it's been years since I've had like a normal soda, and that probably is gonna have so much sugar, but I don't, just seems something like cool and fun. So I want to do, a lot of variety in here. I feel like a lot of the videos, everybody, in the movie community on here, they cover a lot of the same new releases and stuff. And I like switching it up. I like having fun. So you'll see some of the same stuff, but I also want to do different stuff as well. So maybe some unique stuff. So look forward to that. And let me know again what you think of these films, if you've seen them, and which one is your favorite. And again, your favorites of the ones that I mentioned too, and your Oscar picks, all that good stuff, especially for the big categories. Leave me all those comments down below, and I hope everybody's doing well. Take care.